Worldwide movement, peace, love, respect. Big King Sadiq hollering at you one more again. All right, man. With another magnificent day. Truly, truly. Thank you all. Please, please do accept my love and gratitude as we continue to push forward, establishing our new paradigm. Man, I thank you all so much. Truly, I love each and every one of you. Thank you for helping me continue to build the worldwide movement. Peace, love, respect. Man, please help me to continue to grow the movement. Please like, share, subscribe. Uh, please make sure that you come to the YouTube channel, and when you do so, make sure you at least check out my community section. Very powerful and unique information there. Uh, Please make sure you check out my music on all the popular streaming platforms. Please, please do support by purchasing my two books currently available on Amazon and affordably priced for everyone. First title, Peace, Love, Respect. This is the new way. And my second title, Ascension Path, Best Self, Best Life, right? Uh, please get those books. Please make sure that you support the platform in whatever way you can as we continue to surge powerfully forward in establishing our new high vibrational frequency paradigm. Please make sure that you do those things, and we continue to do all we can to do what? To build the worldwide movement. Peace, love, respect. Please make sure that you do all those things. Tell everybody you know, right? Please do. Tell some folks you don't know. All right, family, let's move forward as this as is an incredibly powerful and important spiritual and esoteric video, right? Certainly, we know all the sciences to support all of this, but we're approaching it from a spiritual platform, esoterically, right? Okay. So, what is the it we're talking about? So, folks, we have struggled, right, uh, arduously with low vibrational frequency or dark energy on the planet, right? Energy slash entities. Um, we have been dealing with that on this planet for quite some time, right? Uh, Centuries, if not in fact millennia. We have dealt with that as it has reared its ugly head in many different forms. We've seen it restructure our society in ways that we would like to change. And now we're actually have even gotten to the point where we're starting to see those changes. We have come a long way, folks. Truly, we have come a long way. We had to first uncover darkness and low vibrational frequency throughout our paradigm, right? Throughout all of the different ways in which our world works. We have had to take on that arduous, that grueling task, right? Of siphoning our way through, of sifting through, probably a better term, sifting through all of the issues that have plagued us, both individually and collectively on this planet, that have led to the systemic rule of the socially economic elite serving their hidden masters, right? And the establishment of the old paradigm of misery, pain, and hate as we identified, right? We have talked about dark and nefarious influences on a spiritual level, right? That actually serve as tests, right? That actually serve as tests for us as we continue to grow, mature, and develop ourselves. We'll have to and have had to deal with such arduous tasks and have met challenges, right? We've met challenges along the way that have been at times seemingly unsurmountable, right? Uh, at times it has seemed as though we would never get over these things, right? Or that they were too much for us to get over. When in reality, we were just unfolding more and more as we unpacked more and more of our issues that lie dormant in our subconscious, right? Both individually and our collective subconscious. We've had to unpack those things. And as we have unpacked them, they have manifested so that we could deal with them and transmute them off of the planet energetically, right? That's the what the process looks like, right? Um, we unpack these things that need to be dealt with and processed through, and as we unpack them, they manifest, right? We unpack them and expose them to the processes of the quantum field that take energetic intention and process it down into energetic photonic reality, right? Which we call our reality in a 3D, 4D setting, right? This is what occurs energetically. So it's certainly correct to say that energetically and spiritually, we have been challenged in a multitude of ways. That's the design of it, for us to continuously have to go through and pass more and more tests in the process of us refining ourselves and remembering, right? Remembering our divinity. For surely we must know and understand that the origin of all of us is of divinity. All of us springs directly from source, right? And indeed, it is correct to say that energetically and spiritually, we are source, right? We are, more correctly stated, we are fractals of the Creator. Did you hear what I said? To each and every man, woman, and child on this planet, we're all fractals of our Creator. And in that way, we are both representatively and energetically fractals of Source, right? As such, this is why I say both individually and collectively, we've had to meet the challenge of the dark and nefarious energy on the planet, right? As we have continued in our enlightenment and so much more has been revealed to us, we are starting to make our way through, to reveal, to unpack, to process our way through all of the issues that have emerged from our subconscious, both individually and collectively as a civilization on this planet, right? There is nothing that we encounter on this planet that does not and has not in some way come from us. Did you hear me? I've told you a long time ago that most of the issues and what we term as darkness that we see on the planet, that we see in our civilization, especially that we are able to pick out and identify in the behavior of other human beings. All of these are the issues that we've had to unpack and process through on our path of spiritual maturation, both individually and collectively. All right? That's what we're doing and what we're dealing with. My friend over there, part of the worldwide movement, peace, love, respect, and more evidence of just what I'm speaking about. All right. Folks, we are coming together. We are making our way through and processing these problems fantastically so, right? Um, any predictions or any sort of prophecy, we far outgrown. Truly, we have come that far in this process that now we are actually broaching true widespread spiritual maturation for everyone on the planet. We're all reaching a new level. Did you hear me? We're all reaching a new level. I told you that there is no one who will be exempt, right, from going through this process and from having results directly from the transformation that occurs during this process. And all of it spurred on, fostered by the energy of the part of the galaxy that we're in right now. Told you over and over again, this planet has been bombarded and is still currently being bombarded by very powerful and transformative energies that are prevalent in this part of the galaxy that our solar system is in right now. Those are facts, folks. There's no debate about it, and there's no real reason for us to pause and not recognize how far we've come and how much we've processed through. Now, do we still have some major hurdles? Sure, because the process is not ending, nor is it going to. We're going to continue to refine, to unpack these issues, to process our way through them, magnificently so, in fact. Right? Our ability to do that is enhancing and growing by the moment, spurred on, fostered, energized, strengthened by all of these powerful energies that are bombarding our planet and aiding in our evolution into higher consciousness. Along with that, there's some very, very ugly things that we have already identified and unpacked that we're processing, transmutating off of the planet, right? I've revealed and talked about the subject of vessel compromisation, we call it, right? And in that, we talk about different dark and nefarious ways that different individuals, right, and sometimes collectively, groups of individuals have actually suffered their consciousness to be compromised by low vibrational frequency energies and in some cases entities. But I actually at this point state that we've even moved past that. We have grown so much and diffused so much of the dark energy off the planet that those dark entities that would feed off of and be representative of the dark energy plan on the planet can't even hold the form of entities anymore, right? I'm gonna tell you exactly what I mean, folks. For those of us who are very sensitive, right? Um, Sometimes identified as uh, having extrasensory perception in one form or another, right? Those who have been gifted in the esoteric arts, those who are well versed and study in the wisdom of the indigenous peoples on the planet, right? Those who are in the know about how spiritual processes continue on this planet and the results of those processes, right? These are the people who understand where we're at right now, what's going on right now, right? We've talked about vessel compromisation not only in previous videos, how it can be accomplished in various different ways, and how people are literally attacked by dark, low vibrational frequency energy slash entities. And again, I stray away from the entities part of it because we literally have gotten to a point where we're spiritually maturing past any such embodiment of negative energy. Huh? Did you hear me? We have gone through so much, and it has been such an arduous task that we have learned so many powerful, intrinsic lessons, right? So many powerful lessons that are deep into our psyche, and that from a spiritual perspective, we have grown immensely from, individually and collectively on this planet, right? So phenomena such as what we have identified as uh, spiritual possession, or um, any other form of compromisation that would prohibit one's conscious not only from exhibiting full control of their vessel, but from actually participating in consciousness, right? Um, this process that we're all spiritually maturing through, right? The process on the planet where our physical vessels are the vehicle for us to go through and navigate our way through an entire training course that we call life. Huh? All of this has been a huge challenge and a test for us, folks. That's what life is. You incarnate from the other side of the veil, a beautiful slice of spiritual energy, a beautiful fragment, wrong term, a beautiful fractal of the creative source, ready to learn all about this experience of humanity. Then you incarnate into your physical body, you live your life, which is a true collage of experiences. And from those experiences, you gain wisdom and maturity, right? You become wise through the experiences that you live and the lessons that are cemented into your psyche through that process. Hmm? That's what we do, folks. That's why those who are wise and those who are well versed, and indeed the indigenous people of the planet who we have never listened to nearly as much as we should, because they've told us about all of these things. The indigenous peoples of this planet have told us about all of these processes and how they work. We just didn't listen. And our westernized ego, right? We just couldn't listen to that. Right? Those are just primitive people dealing with their primitive nonsense. They just don't understand. Oh, they understand and understood all too well, and have advised all of us of this process, and have foretold these times. And now it's here. Now it's here that we have gone so far through this process of spiritual maturation that we're actually starting to graduate. Huh? Those who have been burdened with the truly extreme examples, those who have had to go through true journeys into darkness, into their own darkness, because that's what it is, folks. None of this is actually truly external, right? This is all us processing that which is within us. Remember, I told you what manifests from you when you are not consciously manifesting, which we're only now beginning to learn how to do properly, appropriately. When you are manifesting as we have done for the majority of our time on this planet, when you are manifesting from a subconscious place, all the issues therein that reside manifest into challenges in your physical life. But know and understand that that is all it is. Manifestations of what comes from within you, right? Even those extremely dark and challenging examples of what we've had to deal with on this planet, like what we term as spiritual possession or vessel compromisation of different types, right? Folks, we have moved past that, and we are now every day more and more going to see the results of that, to where now we've gotten to a point that such extreme examples like spiritual possession or vessel compromisation of different types, those extreme examples are no longer appropriate. We've passed those tests. Huh? We have walked through the darkness together and managed to hold hands just enough, spiritually, I mean, right? Esoterically, we've managed to hold hands just enough to get ourselves through it, to get each other through it, to get to this point. That all of that can begin to end and be transmuted off the planet. It's simply no longer appropriate. Folks, think about it. Once you've gone through third grade, right? It's not in fact, it's more like once you've gone through elementary school and you make it up into junior high or high school, it's no longer appropriate for you to walk through the halls of an elementary school. You've been there, you've done that, and you don't even fit anymore. Right? That's why, if you notice, the efforts not only of the socially economic elite, but even those who might be right in our own circle, who have been struggling with dark energy, who may have been struggling with extreme examples like vessel manipulation or compromisation of one form or another, up to and including the phenomenon that we have labeled as spiritual possession. All of this we'll see has taken a turn. If you pay attention, you'll see the lack of elegance and sophistication in the movements, in the actions, even in the nefarious plots and plans of such dark energies slash entities, that it's no longer a challenge. We've gone through the challenge. Is it still ugly? Yes. But there have been so many of us who've awakened every day and who have stood up to these challenges that now the entirety of us can process it and move through it and be done with it. Remember, folks, think about how change occurs on this planet. We don't all just pop up at once. Oh, we're done with that. Right? It doesn't happen that way. There are always a few of us who have been the leaders, right? Who set the example. Why do you think it's been that way throughout time? If you look through history, it bears out, and you see that I'm correct. That anytime significant change has come to the planet, it has always taken the form or been embodied by a few individuals or sometimes even one. Why? Why does it take on that form? Because we are so connected, right? We don't realize it most of the time, but we are so connected that when one or two or a few of us truly get it, truly learn the lesson, truly progress and mature spiritually through it, and have the results of conquering these challenges, those results spread through all of us. Huh? This is why the masters throughout history have been persecuted and quickly identified and attacked by the socially economic elite throughout history. One of the best examples we refer to, well, I don't call him Jesus, I call him by his correct name, Yeshua, right? That whole paradigm and why that how that's taking place, I've done videos on, so I'm not going to revisit that. But Yeshua, perfect example, a master walking the planet, showing us what we actually are. Immediately made a target, right? Identified as a target and attacked to the point of killing and physically attempting to destroy his physical vessel, which we see in 3 days. That didn't even work. Right? Folks, we are magnificent and have earned this. We deserve this, right? And we have now gotten to a point where we have grown so far, learned so much, matured in so many beautiful ways that now there are those, again, masters walking the planet who have overcome the challenges, who have learned the hard lessons, and in whom those hard lessons and the rewards of such have been cemented. They've become true examples on this planet of what we are. And this time around, in this energy, at this graduation point that we sit on the precipice of right now, not tomorrow, right now, we sit on true graduation for all of us because of the hard lessons that we've learned and for the new examples that walk the planet. It spreads throughout all of us because we are not separate. We are connected. That much is even scientifically provable. Those who don't know that yet, please do whatever form of free thinking, independent research you need to find out, because that's the truth. And now, esoterically, we understand the totality of what we've gone through and are ready to reap the beautiful rewards of this process. What is that? What does that look like? What we are living now, forward, right? Not the past and what's behind us. The only, and I've said this before, folks, we've leaned on the thought that the past must repeat itself. Oh, everything is cyclical, and cycles of, as circles do, continue repeating patterns. But you can move to a new cycle. You graduate to new cycles as we have. Huh? So we need to understand we're in a new cycle. We're no longer stuck in the cyclical challenges that we have faced in the past. All you see now are desperate remnants of that. That's why they're so desperate, because we're nearly done with it. And our individual and collective subconscious always, always wants to be certain that we've learned the lessons, that we've gained all we need to gain in spiritual maturation. Not to be kind of sure, not to test us a little bit, but to test us vehemently and thoroughly to be certain that we are there in spiritual maturation, that we are certainly earned where we're at right now. And we have, folks. It's time to embrace it, to move past those challenges with the lessons that we've learned, and to move forward into graduation, our new high vibrational frequency paradigm of peace, love, respect. We're here. Embrace it, and let's move forward together. I love you all. I celebrate and honor you all. Huh? Everyone who's gone through this, certainly all those who've struggled. We've done it. Now it's time to begin to live our new high vibrational frequency paradigm of peace, love, respect. It's no longer just a worldwide movement. It's now the new paradigm of peace, love, respect. Celebrate that right now. Big King Sadiq, I love you all forever. I'm out.